long as you
Like, don't lie to me.
If you understand that stuff happens.
Yeah. Tell me about Indianapolis.
Well, there was 3 girls that came in the hotel room.
Were they blonde?
Yeah, 2 of them were.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was a redhead in there.
Would that make you feel weird?
It would feel weird.
But what if she's so cool? I'm sorry, but if she's so cool, like, oh my God, tell me about it.
I mean, if she likes it, then that's maybe a different story. But if she's just doing it, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, she wants to know this story. She's going to act like she's cool just so she can get the information and then freak out about it.
Hey, blast off, I can talk my ass off. Hey, Smokey, what you seen, and I'll tell you what I saw. Hollywood, what you think, and I'll tell you what I thought. And we can talk about it all when we here on Trash Talk. Hey.
What's going on, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Trash Talkers Podcast.
We made it.
What's up, Smoke Dog?
Man, everything.
Here it comes. Hold on. Let me say it. Football.
Yeah, the draft just happened, man. I mean, it's kind of it was like a culmination of everything happening at once. 420 happened on Easter, and then the draft happened, WrestleMania happened, Mother's Day coming up. Then after that, we get a break, just to be normal citizens for a little while, and then we'll go right into all the summer holidays.
Yeah, 4th of July, Independence Day, barbecuing. Ugh.
Well, Memorial Day is coming up, right?
Yeah, Memorial Day too, man. So awesome to look forward to days where you can just relax and chill, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to my parents' house, man, and he's just like you, just straight NFL. And I'm convinced you and my dad need to start a podcast, dude.
We should.
That'd be the longest every podcast would be 17 hours. They'd be talking about some dude named Jason Wiltmore but they would do it. Trust me, man.
He's on the practice squad for the Eagles.
Yeah, man. Nah, man. Just got back from vacation. I'm refreshed, dude. I'm refreshed. I found out that I don't know why, but me having my mom doesn't wear a lot of sunscreen. She's fully black when she goes out, and she's like, yeah, I should, but it doesn't bother me as much. And I went out there thinking, you know what, cool, I don't have to wear it either. I got a little bit of melanin in me. Man, I am peeling, scratching, dry. My mom was like, you do realize you are half white, right? I was like, God, man.
You got too much Irish in you.
Yeah, the Irish kick came in, man. But it felt good to relax, and, now we're back and back at it better than ever, Smoke.
Yeah, back at it like crack.
Back at it like a crack at it. When she saw me cooking eggs, she thought I was back at it. Mm-hmm. All right, if you guys are new here, we always read the top 3 comments from the previous podcast, which happened to be classic rock, an era, or a genre. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Our number 3 most liked comment comes from, let's see, who we got here? We got Agent Lemon. Agent Lemon says, it was an era. Then it became a genre, which is still alive today in bands like Greta Van Fleet, Oasis, The Black Keys, Ghost, etc., etc. Then again, I think of it in terms of the classics. A classic can be old and new. At least it's not as confusing as metal, since even in their subgenres, there are subgenres.
That's so true.
That's a fact.
Subgenres of subgenres.
That's a fact. The number 2 most liked comment comes from Vicky Peace. Shout out to you, Vicky Peace. Vicky Peace says, it's always been tough living here. Got to turn the lemons into lemonade.
That's true.
Don't let this world get you down. It's changing every day, and you either go with it or get left behind. Mm-hmm. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
You're awesome.
100%, Vicky. And the number 1 most liked comment comes from Ken Bober. Shout out to you, Ken. Ken says, classic rock was an era and a genre now. You can have a modern band with the classic rock style. Good music remains timeless.
Yeah.
Also, we do want to give a shout out. We got a great donation. Thank you for the donation. Ryan Moreno says, another great video. Love the channel. Love you guys. React to Vitalism, Pagan, Part 2, Life Changing.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for that donation, my friend.
Absolutely.
Again, leave your comments. The top 3 gets posted on next podcast. Smoke.
Yeah.
What we got today?
Man, I wanted to talk about the dark side of touring, right? And is touring more of a benefit or a hindrance to an artist?
I think on the surface you would say a benefit.
Yeah, on the surface you would absolutely say that. Especially in these times where album sales don't really do what they used to, right?
Right.
So back in the day, you would make an album and you would tour just so you could sell your album. You get your name out there, everybody hears it, they're going to want to buy your album.
Yeah.
Well, albums aren't valuable these days.
Yeah.
So nowadays, you make albums just so you have music to play on your tour.
Not only that, but nowadays, dude, man, you would be surprised how many. I'm sure this is a thing in the rock and metal world too, but in hip hop culture, there are so many artists out there who tour off of like 1 or 2 songs, like a one hit, like not calling them a one. Let's take Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
Everyone here knows the song Old Town Road.
Yeah.
He can tour off that
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing in rock and metal, but I just don't know if it's as prevalent with just singles versus an entire album. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there's the one-hit wonders. Think about the big, the new wave tour that's going on. You know, there's a lot of new wave one-hit wonders that had that one song back in the day, and thanks to the internet, that song is now famous all over again.
Oh.
So they're touring, you know, and you get to go there and you're like, I know that one song, but then you get to hear some of their other songs too. And it might turn you on to going on Spotify and downloading some more of their music.
Man, thinking of like newer, or maybe not newer, but more current. Hell, even current might not even be the right word. But I'm looking at a band like, you know the band Lim?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Lim? L-E-M?
Yeah. Lim. I know it's
That's Lin.
up. Lin, yeah.
Yeah.
You know that song, right?
Yeah.
Tell me another song by
If
Lin.
you still my sunshine. I don't know. It's like the New Radicals.
Can you tell me another song by them?
No, not at all.
You think they're still touring off of that one song?
Possibly, if they're not broken up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the one song. Oh, I mean,
You can't really headline a tour, though, if you only have one song.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
One hit, that is. You know, I'm sure they all have plenty of songs.
Like, when I think of Lynn, I think that's the only song I know. I mean, it's the only song you know. I mean, I'm sure Trash Talkers, you guys know the song. But it's like, obviously, you're not going to headline a show. But if they're not broken up, I just can't see them in like in Norway. Hey guys, you got a fully packed arena just so that one song. All right, I don't know. Maybe they performed the song 7 times and like, all right, one more time.
Just open up and close with that song.
Yeah.
Throw some in the middle.
Yeah.
Like you watch the crowd, and as soon as they start settling down, like I don't know this song.
Let's try that other song we did, and then people start leaving.
Yeah,
I know.
It's
Okay.
to me.
If you're still my. All right, let's try that other one. Ever wonder why I was coming down? I know. That's it, man. But that is the benefit of on the surface. But there is a dark side. Man.
Yeah, because you think about it, artists. I know it is in general, couples don't stay married these days. But is touring the biggest reason for artists' divorces?
I don't know. If I had to give an answer, I'd probably say, damn, I don't know. Because if you think about it, if you spend so much time with each other, you know, it's like, okay, god dang, bro. Same thing, same this, same that. And it's like, it gets old. But if you see someone like, hey, we're going to meet at the studio this time of the week, versus you waking up, going to sleep with them, eating dinner with them, eventually you'll probably like, all right, bro, it's getting too much. So maybe, I don't know. What do you think?
Sometimes sometimes it could be the inverse of that. Say you're on tour for so long and, you know, your significant other is at the house waiting on you like, oh, I miss that person so much. Can't wait till they get here. You're so happy and elated. After like 2 weeks, you're like, man, I kind of missed that freedom I had for the past 3 months.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you got another tour to go on? Like, just get out of the house.
That might be a key.
But whereas if you live together all the time, you know, you get accustomed to that, and it's not as big of a deal. I would think.
I mean, in that situation, you could. I would look at it as a gift and a curse because it's like, you know, hey, you're gone for 3 months. You come back. Oh man, I missed you so much. And then the wife's probably like, okay, I'm tired of picking up your toenails. I'm tired of picking up
Yeah.
your shavings when you go back on tour. And she's probably
Every time you come back, you got new habits for
Yeah.
some reason.
And she's probably okay with that. She's probably like, all right, good. I got 3 months, no cleaning up fingernails,
Yeah.
toenails, no picking up your boots, your stuff like that. And he's probably like, hey, I'm out here touring. I can,
Yeah.
have my fun.
Yeah, that's an issue too.
But then you come back and it's like, all right, we're good.
yeah.
Go away. And it's just but then you get to a point where you can't tour anymore. And then
Yeah, and then you're at the house all the time, and it's like, man.
will you go tour? All right,
Please.
if you steal my sunshine.
Just go sing Sunshine to those people, please. Nobody wants to sing. Nobody wants to hear Sunshine anymore.
I mean, there are bands out there that for some reason I'm going straight to rap, dude, because I guess because that's the genre that I'm most knowledgeable about, but a lot of rappers tend to make more money on tours nowadays. Like, they make more money from shows, and like, yeah, the albums do good, but you're getting advances from the label that you got to pay back, and the video's cool, the streams are cool, but when you're doing a club, 5 days in a week, and you're getting paid 200,000-300,000 to show up if you got like a huge song and a big rapper, that's a lot of money, dude. But eventually it's gonna slow down.
Yeah, see, that can keep your significant other hanging on for quite some time, because they're like, yeah, the money is very nice.
Yeah.
But then when the touring slows down, the person starts thinking, all right, so what other benefits do I have of being here? Which I think is wrong to say I'm only in this for the benefits.
Right.
That's the wrong way to go about it, but that's how a lot of people do.
Well, what would you say to the people who don't have a significant other, who are single? Like,
Well, then you worry about catching something. You worry about.
listen, Ozzy Osbourne ain't caught nothing and has eaten animals.
I think because of what he's done, he's probably immune to everything.
Man, if we need to draw his blood, dude. That dude, he's got the cure for everything, bro.
Yeah, he probably does. Yeah.
But no, I mean, who knows, dude? It's also something to be said when you have like a band like let's take U2. Been together forever.
Yeah.
Still going, still touring, still out there getting it. And it's like they found a way to make it work. Not only for them, but I'm sure for their significant others at home. It's like, we can go out here and put on a show for these fans, but then again, they're so big. They're like, you know what? I don't have to be in your face and share a hotel room with you, share the same bathroom with you. You got your side of the hotel.
I got my own tour bus.
Yeah, we got my own. I got a good one for you. Andre and Big Boy.
Oh yeah.
When they started the tour, Big Boy all smoking weed, had all the girls, and Andres just want to sit there and like, no.
Yeah, meditate and just burn incense and whatnot.
Made it work.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best way to do it, but you have to be a big artist to do that. A lot of bands break up because of touring.
Yeah.
It's not only you might have 10 kids in 10 different states at the end of 3 years of touring, but there's also you might not get along with your bandmates after a tour or two.
What about Violent J and Shaggy 2 though?
Oh, that's crazy how they've made it work for so long, huh?
I mean, with the substances.
Now they do have separate tour buses these days.
Well, I mean, as you get older, you get.
Because everybody has their own things.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, the other person's going to complain about me leaving the TV on overnight or, whatever.
I can give. All right. So me and Smokey.
Yeah.
Smokey, you like to sleep with the TV on.
Yes, absolutely.
I can't do it.
I can't sleep without it on.
That's what I'm saying. So it might we'll compromise. We'll probably, if we were like huge artists and we only had one bus and we had to split rooms. I'm sure we would find a compromise. All right, bro. You can turn it on for one day. The next day we're gonna turn it off, and we'll alternate. Or
we get one of those big tour buses with the separate rooms in the very back. You got your crew bunks over here. And then you always have the big master bedroom in the back. But if you get one that's split and it's got two masters in the back, perfect compromise.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, it depends on it also depends on you as an individual. Like, you have to understand, no one, you're an introvert, And what's the thing I am? The panavert or something? What's it called?
I don't. It was really an introverted extrovert.
Like I'm okay. I want to be out and have fun, but at sometimes I just want to be closed off. So it's like at 1 minute, Smokey's like, "All right, I'm in my introvert mode. Leave me alone. Watching my TV." And then my extrovert happens to come out, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, let's go do something. Let's go do something." He like, "All right,
I'll bringing people on the bus,
but
man."
Smokey might compromise. He'd be like, "All right, fine. One night, let's hang out." But then my next night, the introvert of me comes out, and then I'm like, "All right, leave me alone." And Smokey opens the door. Come on out. You said you want to have drinks. I'm like, "No, leave me alone, man. Leave me alone." It's weird how it works, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But man, how many people end up losing their relationship over kids that pop up around the country?
Why kids? What are you?
I don't know. Apparently, they don't know how to use prophylactics.
Well, I'm saying it's almost so when you're bringing up condoms and obviously there's going to be relations when you're out on the road, but it sounds like you're focusing more on like a home life, like which So all right. So
well, it's both. I mean, it's the turmoil with your bandmates and it's the turmoil with your significant other at home. Now, if you're completely single, then
that's what I was saying. What
not
if you're
that
single?
big of a deal, but you still have to worry about your bandmates.
Yeah.
And you still have to worry about STDs.
That's where you work on.
You have to worry.
Contraceptives.
You have to worry about getting caught in compromising situations. If you're that extroverted, you have to worry about the substances you're going to be exposed to, because if you have addiction issues and you're just out there and the fans are just throwing stuff at you every night, it's going to be hard to say no.
Yeah. Again, I'm very transparent with my addiction. You could throw it all. I have no desire, but there are some. Do you think Ozzy? Does he ever? Would you say Ozzy at this day and age is 100%?
Clean? I would say at this time. I mean, I think he probably still has some alcohol.
Yeah, he might have a beer every now and then, a few shots or something like that. But like, if he's on tour,
he can't do those hard things at his age.
That's what I'm saying. So with Ozzy, it's like, dude, you were known. You snorted ants.
Yeah, and piss.
Here are some termites. Do you think he's like, oh, just gotta hit the termite pal? Give me a bump. Little termite pump. But at that age, I think he's been through enough to where he knows.
I think he's had all the experiences.
Yeah.
There's nothing left to have for him.
I mean,
he's already done it all. You cannot name something that he hasn't done. So,
God,
like, what else is he seeking at this point?
And not even just substance, dude. Like sexual things.
Yeah,
I bet Ozzy has
all of it. Like, there's nothing he hasn't seen.
I bet there's been somebody in his band when he was like with Sabbath, and they probably opened the door and there was just like there wasn't even a word. There was just
a Congo line going on in
like
there.
What? Like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. What are y'all doing?
How did you even get up there?
He's over there like, Ozzy, what the hell did you do? It's okay.
Just wanted to try. It's okay.
What is
See
that?
if it works. It's just trying this out.
Ozzy, what? You know what? I don't even want to know,
Ozzy,
bro.
this bed is for 2 people. 2 people max. How is there 35 people on that bed?
Is that 2 more in the bathroom?
Does anybody have clothes on back here? Nope, not a single person.
Yeah, but look what we found out we could do. Hey, but I feel, that's young Ozzy. You know, Ozzy now, he's probably like, all right, I'm off stage. You know, just let me sit down. You know, he's probably got his tea, and it's crazy. What you laughing at?
He's wild, man. Just thinking of some of the things he's tried in his past.
There's some things that are popping in my head I can't even say on camera.
Exactly.
But all right, let's stick on Ozzy for a second. Sharon was a ride or die, and she left at the end when he was getting sober, when he was becoming an older man. Like, what's that about? Like, she was there during the turmoil. She was there with the drugs and the girls.
So she kept him from dying.
I know, and she was like okay with them, but she was. Do you think she got a rush from that? Do you think she got a rush from taking care of
being the savior?
Yeah, like it's okay if you go do these things, but now that you're not doing it anymore.
But then again, they fixed it all up, though, right?
Are they back together? I didn't think they got.
Are they not together now?
Trash talkers together. You want me to look it up real quick?
I mean, I know they've separated and whatnot. multiple times, right? But I thought they were good now. They do the podcast together.
Yeah, I was about to say it'd be messed.
At this point in time, like, what are you gonna do? Y'all both gonna go find somebody new at that age?
I mean, at this point, Sharon's his caretaker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, it's time to change my time. He looks forward to it. I made a big one today, Sharon. You're going to love this one.
I hate that I saw that Ozzy. He almost looked depressed for the first time I've ever seen him look depressed in his life. I mean, maybe he did, during the relapse days and the withdrawal days and things like that. Maybe he was depressed then, and I'm sure he was, but just seeing him now, knowing that guy has loved life more than any other person in the history of the world.
Yeah.
To see him, like, knowing, like, he can't walk anymore, and he's, like, all depressed, like, I'm mad at the world because I can't walk, I can't take care of myself anymore. Like, that's sad to see.
Yeah, it is.
Because you just know he's just, like, the happiest person ever to exist.
Man. I mean, I still bet it'd be
He
cool.
just enjoyed life more than any person ever.
Going back to what you had said about the spouse thing, and like you said, most marriages don't last if you're a performer and your wife's like, get out. I'm wondering if that's an American thing. Like,
you think?
I'm where I'm going. Like, look at Pamela and
Tommy. Yeah.
Flash in the pan, right?
Yeah.
It was there. Look at Kanye and Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Flash in the pan. But then you look at Sharon and Ozzy.
Mm-hmm.
God dang, y'all done been through hell and back, literally. And y'all,
I wonder if the business relationship kept them together, though.
I'm trying to think of another.
Like, if she wasn't the manager of him, would she have been gone long ago?
Okay, well, give me another artist that's not American that's still with their wife to this day. That's a huge.
That's been together forever.
Ever still going.
An artist? Dang, that's hard, right?
I can give you a bunch in hip hop actually, which is crazy.
Erykah Badu.
Well, they broke up. Eric and
did they?
Yeah, they broke up. Killer Mike.
Oh, well, if anybody would be Killer Mike.
His wife, they be at the strip clubs together. Like, she's into girls too, so she like.
And they farming together. Yeah, stuff.
Kevin Gates.
Really?
Him and his old lady, like
he's all religious now.
Yeah, she wears the not the sheik, the
Jewish stuff.
No, the Islam.
Oh yeah, the Islam stuff.
What's it called? It's not a turban. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But they like. You talking about a dude, I punched that all up in you. Punch that. And
yeah, but he don't sing like that anymore.
He don't. But he still got a ride or die chick. So is it the rock lifestyle? Because even rap, Gucci Man, his wife stayed with him when he was in prison. Still together.
Is it just
Young Jeezy.
Yeah, is it just a different type of person though? Because most of those dudes were not faithful.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is it a thing where
they're accepting to that?
Maybe
it's the type of significant other they seek out. That's like, how I am.
If you want to be
you met me because of this.
Yeah.
So how I am. If you're going to be with me, that's just how it works.
How do you feel about that? I respect that.
I mean, if there's an agreement, then yeah.
I respect
Go for
that.
it.
If you're like, I look at it like this. And I'm gonna flip the roles. Let's say I meet and I don't. Okay, I'll just create a person. I don't want to throw a name out there, but let's say I meet one of the biggest female, beautiful sex icon. Her name happens to be Shauna Jameson. Every man wants her, and she's known to live the Janis Joplin lifestyle. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's into me. And I know I like old Bobby McGee every now and then.
Yeah.
I like to, turn up every now and then. But she likes me. I fall in love with her. I have to be willing to accept that, look, every guy wants her. She likes to deal with other guys too. So I have to accept the fact that I'm willing to do that.
That's just how it works.
And I respect that.
The problem comes when you start like, okay, well, now that we're together, you got to change.
Well, see, that ain't going to work.
Yeah, it ain't going to work. And it doesn't. 99 times out of 100, it doesn't work.
That's what I'm saying. So doesn't that say something to the?
Because think about that. A lot of people get into a relationship and they're like, at first it's like I'm accepting. I just want to be with the person. Yeah, I know what they do. But then after a while, you're like, but what about me? I need more out of you. And the person's like, I'm a star. I belong to the world.
Right. And you knew I was this when you met me.
Yeah.
So,
but that's how emotions work. You start thinking, but I'm supposed to be more important than the world. But the artist is like, no, I belong to the world.
I know, man. And that's why I salute the people who do. It's like, you know what? I'll take a big one from MMA. Like, I salute the spouses, the men or the women who are with the people out there touring. I salute them for that, because they're like, look, I wouldn't be in this $1 million mansion. My kids wouldn't be in private school. I wouldn't have to worry about where my next meal. So you know what? Go do what you do. That's fine. I don't want to hear about it. When you come home, if that's the life y'all agree to live, I respect it.
Yeah, dude. If y'all can handle that without emotions getting in the way, then more power to you.
It's very rare.
That's respectful, respectable.
Very rare, like you said.
It is very rare. Yeah.
Would you want that? Would you want
to be on which end of it?
You're the biggest out there. You enjoy your substances. You enjoy women, and
Ozzy.
Okay, I didn't want to throw Ozzy's name in there again, but sure, let's lose Ozzy again. You're Ozzy. Ozzy. You like partying. You happen to meet someone that you find attractive. She cooks for you. And she's like, you know what, baby, I'm with you. I got you.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with having her at home, taking care of your kids, washing your clothes, cooking your meals, but you going out, and she knows that you're gonna do it? Would you still go out there and do these activities?
Oh, that's tough to say.
And she's like, baby, it's okay. I know you're gonna do it. I'm gonna wash these clothes. I got you.
In my younger days, I would have been like, all right, see ya, I'll be back.
You don't think you could now?
I don't know. Like,
and you're still a man.
Yeah, exactly. It's tough to say without actually being in that position, because there's still hormones raging through every dude out there.
Still a man.
Yeah. And when it's being thrown at you, it's not easy. I mean, you can say what you want about men, or men have issues. Yeah, they do. But the fact is, we have hormones that makes it really hard to turn things down when it's thrown in your face.
Yeah. And again,
and you can say, I know that some people can overcome that.
Sheesh.
But a lot of people can't.
It's very hard, man.
Yeah.
I mean, to be celibate in the music industry.
And I've always took the stance that I understand that too. If I have a significant other that I'm going to be apart from for a long time, I look at it as, like, if something happens, like, I'm not going to go searching for what you did. I'm not going to be like, I need to know who you've been talking to. No. I need to, let me see your phone. I don't play that game.
No. That's what I'm saying. So would you be okay with it? Like, you're Ozzy. You said, like, she don't care. Yeah. I don't care if you see my phone. You're not going to ask me to see my phone.
Yeah,
I know you're
ask.
not.
Yeah.
I'm not, baby, you're not going to ask me. So, but if you wanted to, you can. Hey, did you get any chicks in Indianapolis?
I mean, as long as you
don't lie to me.
If you understand that stuff happens.
Yeah. Tell me about Indianapolis.
Well, there was 3 girls that came in the hotel room.
Were they blonde?
Yeah, 2 of them were.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was a redhead in there.
Would that make you feel weird?
It would feel weird.
But what if she's so cool? Weird. I'm sorry, but if she's so cool, like, oh my God, tell me about it.
I mean, if she likes it, then that's maybe a different story. But if she's just doing it, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, she wants to know this story. She's going to act like she's cool just so she can get the information and then freak out about it. That would be my thought.
I mean, but if you've known this chick for 40 years and you like, I know this one. That one.
Yeah.
I know she got my back.
Yeah. But also, if you're going to do that, you have to understand that she's probably doing something too.
That's the next question.
And you have to be cool with that because of what you're doing.
Would you? She's totally fine. Baby, tell me about Indianapolis.
Yeah, you have to be.
Okay.
You can't sit there and say, you got to be faithful to me. I'm not going to be faithful to you. But you have to be faithful to me.
Let me ask you this. You're on tour. You come back, and she's all open. Baby, I want to hear about Indianapolis. Want to hear about everything, right?
Yeah.
And then you're saying, look, she's like, she's not telling you anything. And then a dude walks by. Or dude knocks on the door. Hey, I left my underwear real quick. And she's like, oh yeah, here you go. Sorry. And you're like, hey, who's that? It's like, oh, it's just Frank. We were just last night.
We
it's
were
fine.
Just hanging out. You weren't here.
Are you getting mad or jealous?
You can't. You can't. No.
You can't.
You can't. What are you gonna say?
Yeah.
Like you just came home and admitted what you did.
I'm convinced Ozzy and Sharon might have the greatest.
They might.
They might, dude, have the greatest
I
relationship.
mean, I'm sure, like you said, they've had their issues, but for them to work it out after so many years, that just shows that, I mean, either they're probably very compatible to have worked it out in the first place, but they're also very accepting of each other.
So I can give you another good example of a couple that was just, I don't care. Yes, they are getting out to each other. Yeah, they were a little combative. Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. But Whitney said, I knew he was out there doing that. He knew I was out there doing that. Yeah. But we came home, we did it together.
Yeah.
And sure, we'd argue when it all went away, but we'd be fine in a week or two. But here's another example of who just wasn't having it. Ike and Tina.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ike and Tina.
Ike and Tina.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the two examples, right? Bobby and Whitney and Ike and Tina. Yeah.
Eat the cake, anime. I love that movie. Eat the cake.
Hey, but it makes me feel bad for Tina.
Yeah. Man, oh God, man.
But
no,
Whitney,
hold on.
There was a lot of substance.
Run it back to what you said. I asked you about Ozzy and Sharon, and you was like, maybe she enjoyed, or because she was the manager, she was the one that controlled the business aspect side of it. That's what happened.
She could punish him at any time.
That's what happened with Ike and Tina.
Yeah.
Ike ran the business, and you know what I mean. Ike.
That's why I feel bad for Tina though.
So do you not feel bad for Ozzy?
Because
wait, hold on.
No, Ike, because Sharon Ozzy was the superstar. Sharon ran the business.
Tina was the superstar. Ike ran the business.
Yeah, but Ike was also a superstar.
He wasn't no Tina Turner, bruh.
He was pretty famous though.
He wasn't no Tina.
Yeah, maybe not.
That's what I'm saying. So it's cool. Ike Turner is the equivalent to Sharon Osbourne, bro. I mean, they both are somewhat in the limelight.
The managers,
but they run the business. Why
does it feel like it's wrong if it's a man?
That's what I'm trying to think. It's like it's weird if it's a dude.
Yeah, but when it's Sharon, you're like, oh man, she's a great person.
But now we're like, man, Ike Turner,
but
man.
But that's the thing, though, right? Like, she can shut him down. Like, she could, like, if he gets too far out of line, she can be as understanding as she is. But if he gets too far out of line, she's like, oh, I just canceled your next tour.
No.
And he's like, oh, shit.
Now flip that with Ike and Tina.
It's all good. Can you rebook it?
Nope.
All right, I'll stop. I'll stop. No more 35 women in tour bus.
No more.
Oh, dude, no more rotations.
I don't know, man.
It almost felt like he was like the lovable, bumbling guy, you know?
Yeah, he was.
And he's like, I'm crazy, but I'm still the lovable guy, right?
I gotta look this up. And you're right. Why is it that we feel like it's okay for?
I don't know. It feels more weird. It almost feels like women can handle that better than men.
Hold on.
It almost feels like when Ike does it, it's evil.
Why? When Sharon's doing the exact same thing.
And it feels like she's a saint when she does
what I'm saying. Poor Ozzy. Poor Tina. We're like, man, that's messed up, man. Hold on.
Yeah, because Sharon could easily be like,
nope.
Yeah, I sold your car. No, you're not. Oh, she did that too. She would lock him in the room and take all his clothes away where he couldn't go to the bar.
Yeah. All right. How about this one? Johnny Cash and June Carter.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah. Well, they're on equal footing though.
Yeah. A$AP Rocky and Rihanna.
Yeah.
She's a billionaire.
Yeah.
He ain't nowhere close to that.
No. I mean, he's accomplished, but yeah, no.
He ain't no billionaire.
No, he's not Rihanna.
I mean, man, there's so many. Sonny and Cher. All right, let's talk about Sonny and Cher.
Well, as far as Johnny Cash and June Carter, she did the same thing to him. Locked him in a room until he went through withdrawals. But he also spent some time at the Betty Ford clinic too.
Now, what if she
with Ozzy?
No, what if she was Johnny Cash? She's the one out there performing. And
she was a superstar also.
But would we feel bad if Johnny Cash put her in a room and lock? You know
yes.
what? Like, God dang, why, man? Come on, this is a double standard here.
It really is. I mean, that's just telling you how it naturally feels. It may be wrong to feel that way.
It's like,
but that's how it feels.
It's like, you know what? It's almost misogynistic, man. To think,
It is.
oh, we're men. If your woman's looking out for you to make you go through withdrawals and not spend $20,000 on substances and be with 14 women, but if the woman was doing the exact same thing and I locked her in a room.
Then you're evil.
I'm going to prison.
Yeah.
I'm going to prison.
That's crazy, right?
And you're just like, I was helping. She did it to me.
I was doing what Sharon did. I was doing what June did. I was helping. No, you're going to prison, bro.
God, man, it's crazy. Oh my God, man.
No, but if shoes on the other foot, that's a saint right there.
That's crazy, man. And back to the touring thing, man. With the double standard thing with women, man. Like, okay, you're a football feller. Football feller. Look at who would. I'm not even gonna ask you. Oh, I am gonna ask you, but I'm just gonna see what you're gonna say. Who is bigger, Taylor Swift or her husband, Travis Kelce? Who's the
Taylor
more?
Swift.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does this relationship last until the day they die? If you had,
if I had to put money on it, I'm saying no.
Why?
Because eventually he's gonna retire. I don't know though, because she's gonna be gone a lot though. Like, he can retire and spend the rest of his days at home, you know, and he can do the podcast or whatever. But he could spend the rest of his days at home. She's still gonna be out touring because she's one of the biggest artists on earth.
Yeah. Now, how does that work though? And what if
she starts getting wild?
That's
and
where I was
Kelce
going.
Starts cutting off her
Now
stuff?
Travis Kelce is this dude.
That's kind of hard though.
That's what I'm saying. What if he's a public figure, and he's like, look, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I'm a multiple time Super Bowl champion. I am America's great guy. Yeah. But in the background, everybody thinks that Taylor is she's the America's sweetheart. She could do no wrong, but
she might be wild.
But behind closed doors, she's like, all right, take this wig off.
Yeah.
And he's just like, God dang, man, my wife is spiraling, and nobody knows it. Yeah. Except for him. And then he's like, you know what? Look, Taylor Swift has just canceled 4 concerts. Yeah. Why? What happened? Next thing you know, Travis Kelce had her locked in a room. Y'all don't.
He's going to prison.
Y'all don't understand. I had $93 million in my account on Wednesday. Thursday, I got to $4 million. And you know who did it? And she was. I mean.
Oh, you know, and the court of public opinion would take her side every time.
Why?
That's just how society is, man.
Why?
Tough being a man.
God dang, man.
I mean, if we do it though, right? Sharon's a saint.
Why is
Ike is the devil?
That's crazy. Sharon's got Sharon's the with the halo on this shoulder, and Ike's over. He's the devil. But in all reality, they're the same.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, dude.
Well, I mean, there's something to be said for the physical violence that went on between Ike and Tina. So we're not talking about that. Leaving that out completely.
Well, god dang it! Now I do want to throw one. I just want to throw a pinch.
Sharon beat up Ozzy?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just want to let me throw a pinch in there.
All right.
Taylor Swift beats the dog breed off of Travis Kelce. I'm talking about high heel to the face.
I'm sorry. I know that's wrong, but
that's
Taylor beating up Travis Kelce.
I'm talking about he coming to the game.
That's gonna look like Bluto versus Popeye, or Bluto versus Mickey Mouse.
Nah, Bluto versus Olive Oil.
Yeah, exactly.
Olive Oil beating the crap out. Say it. Ooh.
Olive Oil just beating the crap out of Bluto.
But you see how we're laughing at it?
Yeah. I know. I don't know why. I mean, that's the anti-misogynistic part of society. Because even we as men are doing it.
Yeah.
You know, we're like, Ike's the devil, Sharon's the saint.
Well, with I hate to stay on the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift thing, but how do you think it works with him? Let's say, how many years did Tom Brady play?
21.
Okay, that's a long time. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Let's say Travis Kelce plays for 21 years and got to go to city to city, and she tours let's say she tours for what, 25 years,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 50, either 50. So they're both gone a bunch of times, so they rarely see each other.
Yeah.
Does that work out, you think?
Yeah, well, as soon as Tom Brady retired, he got a divorce. Like, almost instantly.
So now, are we again, we don't know what happens behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Tom Brady might be like what was his wife, Giselle?
Giselle, I guess.
No,
was her
not
last name?
Ghislaine. Was it Ghislaine?
No, it was Giselle. I forgot what her last name was before she was married.
Well, Giselle Brady. Well,
Yeah.
Ex
Yeah, I
Brady,
guess, yeah.
But she might have been Tom Brady's like, dude, I'm out, making money, touring and doing all these great things. And what does she even do?
She was a supermodel.
Your schedule don't look nothing like mine.
Nah.
Nothing like mine.
Nah.
I mean, a lot of it might have is to go back to the question, is it a good or bad thing? If we're specifically talking about music, I think it depends. There is no right or wrong answer. There is some good to it. There is some bad to it. But then you look at look at football players. Look at MMA fighters.
I think about wrestling.
Wrestling.
Because, Ric Flair was married, 5 or 6 times?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Mick Foley got married to his high school sweetheart, and they are still together.
Man, that's crazy. Dude,
Yeah.
I gotta throw one out there real quick. All right, we spoke about football for a minute. Let me speak MMA. Do you know he just retired 2 weeks ago?
Ooh.
And do you know Anthony Smith? He fought John Jones.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him before.
Light skinned guy.
Yeah.
So he's actually a guy that he could have beat John Jones due to a doctor stoppage, but he said, I can continue. The dude has over 60 fights and has been fighting since he was, I think, professional since he was like 19. And he's 36 years of age, right? He's had the same wife since they were high school sweethearts. 60 professional fights, fought some of the biggest ever. He goes on a 4-fight losing streak, and then his wife's like, he's got 4 kids. He takes the kids to school. He cooks them kids dinner, and she just spends his money. And I'm not trying to down her, but this is actually come out.
This is what you've heard, though.
No,
you
this
can't
is
say definitely.
Let me get to the end here.
Because
Hold on, let me get to the end.
legally,
No.
allegedly,
from
Yeah.
what I've said, but and there's rumors of like people close, and they're saying, dude, you're taking care of the kids. Like she's just when he's getting beat up, and he just lost. So he just went on a 6-fight losing streak, and he retired. Right? Mm-hmm. She divorces him 2 days later. Like,
were they having problems before he started losing? Is the question.
It's like, I don't want to say he was a loving man, like.
Yeah.
And it's like she missed that tough guy image. It's like,
yeah.
I'm like, I have 60 fights.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everybody eventually loses that characteristic, and if you're just attracted to the macho-ness, and you're probably gonna have to keep finding new partners as you grow older.
we've got 4 kids.
Yeah.
I lose my last fight in my hometown, and you divorce me the 2 days after.
The question would be, who does she go to next? Is it the next up-and-coming fighter?
Yeah, man, because
that would be super wrong,
Dude,
in my
that's-
opinion. If you just go for, this guy's winning now, I'm going over to him.
man,
That would be horrible.
there's crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's good and bad things, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been.
I guess the good thing with music, though, is you don't have to worry about the decline. I mean, you can if the person just stops selling records and, nobody wants to go to their shows anymore. But for the most part, if you're a superstar, you can tour until you can tour in a wheelchair if you want to.
Yeah. Don't you dare say his name.
Who?
The dude that you said it's hard to stand up. Don't do Buddy like that again. Ozzy.
Oh, Ozzy, yeah.
Is he in a
Well,
wheelchair?
he's about to do his final show, and he's in a wheelchair.
He's still doing it, buddy. Still doing it. He just hitting him like this. Man, Ozzy's a lesbian.
Ozzy
man.
is the greatest of all time.
I want to ask you something, and off camera, or you don't have to go too deep on it on a personal level if you don't want to. But you've done some touring before. What's the longest you've been? Because you were with someone for a while you were touring, right?
Yeah.
How what's the longest you toured while you were with this person?
About 8 weeks.
So how did it go with you at having someone steady and kids?
Yeah, we're not together anymore.
But that didn't happen while y'all were touring.
It started, yeah.
Was that your fault? Was it You not being
It
around?
was multiple things, yeah.
Okay. And then we don't have to go.
Not being around, my mental state at the time. Yeah, there were several factors, yeah.
All right.
And, of course, I felt betrayed, like anybody would.
Damn, was it... let me stop.
Yeah.
Were you out there doing that too, though? Were you Ike Turner? No, would you... All right.
Nah, I mean, I wasn't doing any brutality to people, but I mean, yeah, I wasn't a saint.
The reason
I wasn't Sharon Osbourne, that's for sure.
God dang, was that? Yeah, I apologize. I didn't want to go too deep into that, but the reason I asked is because it's kind of tied into the topic.
Yeah, no, and that was the exact time that things went south. Yeah.
Okay. I'd go further into that question, but I don't want to.
Yeah, ain't no reason to.
It's not.
Bring up old hash. Yeah.
So, give us your final thoughts. Your final thoughts on this topic, Smokey. Touring in music. Good thing.
I say it's a necessity. Necessity.
All
yes,
right.
it's a necessity, but it can go wrong so easily.
I would have to agree.
Yeah.
Mine would just be, if you're gonna be in a relationship, make sure you. Like Smokey says, it's hard to find that one. But if you think you got it, try it.
Is there any acts that made it without ever touring? There's got to be some, right?
What do you mean? That never toured?
Yeah, that actually made it to the top of the music industry without ever touring.
See, that's where I took music. Well, if you're a musician, you kind of got to tour to make money.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a necessity. But
Yosemite Park. Is there an artist that has never toured that is a big artist?
There's gotta be some,
there
right?
There can't be, bro.
Somebody that sold a ton of records and never toured. They're gonna leave it in y'all leave it in the comments, because I want to know who are the biggest artists to never tour.
I don't know. I know this person is an artist, but for some reason, Anne Frank popped in my head.
Anne Frank?
I don't know why. I know. Leave it be. But I don't know. No, what's the deaf lady?
The deaf lady?
The deaf lady. Not Anne Frank.
Oh, you're talking about oh God, Helen Keller.
Helen Keller. I didn't mean Anne Frank. I meant Helen Keller. That's what I meant. Didn't she?
I don't know why she toured, but
but did she made some kind of music? I thought, didn't she? I thought she
Helen Keller.
She did something that.
No, I mean she learned how to communicate, even though she was deaf and blind.
See, that's where I was going. Like, I can't wait to read the comments and see if.
I think you're thinking of someone else, right?
It's somebody that toured that were disabled in some, or that. I don't know. I'm trying to find someone in my head that you said who was a notable figure that didn't tour. I don't think that's a thing in music. But then I'm trying to take it out of music.
There's got to be somebody.
I don't. Well, can you think of somebody out of music? Like, look at magicians. Penn and Teller. They've toured.
Yeah.
Like, even some of the best mechanics, they tour.
Mechanics?
Yeah. Like, people, hey, I'm known for, like, the NASCAR dudes.
Oh, yeah. If you're a pop culture mechanic or whatever.
Tattoo artists.
Yeah, you start going to different places, even if it's just garages to make appearances. Yeah.
Chefs.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, but all of those, you can make a good living without
touring.
Yeah, without doing dates. But,
name me one artist that has never toured, and the only thing I can think of that would prevent you from doing that would be something hindering, physically,
and maybe stage fright.
God dang, maybe this ain't your line of work.
Yeah, I was gonna say Haystack. Like, I think it was a thing about him. Like, he did shows around town, but every time he would get booked for a tour, he would end up quitting.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Oh.
I think he would have like mental breakdowns or whatever.
I just thought of something.
It's just what I heard. I'm not accusing anybody or anything. Yeah, all that legal stuff.
Just curious. I wonder if you said something that would enable somebody to tour would be stage fright or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. If you put earplugs in to where you could hear the songs and blindfold yourself and do you still get stage fright?
What if you do like the Wizard of Oz thing, where you
have
Milli Vanilli out front and you're just playing behind a curtain?
Is that I mean, seriously.
Could you get over the stage fright that way?
Maybe. I mean, I really think if you took someone who has stage fright, blindfolded them, put the headphones on so they don't see a thing.
They don't hear the crowd. You just walk them out there and like, sing.
Stevie Wonder. Dang it.
Stevie Wonder could not get stage fright.
I saw a effed up clip that Mariah Carey did to Stevie Wonder, bro.
What?
Mariah Carey, Stevie Wonder, you know, she's holding his hand, and she was about to go like speak at this award show where she received a award, you know, and he just got off the piano and he knew the piano had a mic, so they're standing next to each other and he grabs the mic and he tries to he pulls it off and he hands it to her and she just walks away and starts talking and he's just over there with the mic like this. I'm like, man, why you leave Stevie hanging like that?
That goes against the theory that he's not actually blind.
Maybe. Right. I mean, Buddy was standing there for about 3 minutes just.
But there is the question of how he caught the microphone stand.
Yeah.
When it was knocked over, and he's like, "Whoa, gotcha."
Gotcha, man.
Hello, Shaq.
Yeah, hey, getting in the car. Leave, man.
Yeah,
dude. To the trash talkers who've hung out with us for this long, y'all know how these podcasts go. We go on tangents. We go up, down, left, right, ABA, start. This is how we do, man. You got anything for the people out there smoking up?
I guess that's it for this week.
That's it for this week. Again, guys, leave your comments down in the comment section. If there is any artist out there that is never toured, please leave that comment in the comment section because I want to see that. Hopefully that gets #1 so we can read it on the next podcast that comes out. With that being said, my name is Manager Hollywood 6. Bye.
I am Larry Smokey Ramirez Cowboy.
And we are
over our deuces. Yeah, boy.
How's it go?
I'm ready to go on tour.